Welcome to the courtroom of Judgy Judee. Is she a judge? No. Is she here to judge your situation and let you know just what she thinks of it and you? Absolutely. If you're sensitive and easily butthurt, you should exit stage left now. Cause sis is not a baker and is not here to sugarcoat anything. The questions are real. Her rulings are not final, since y'all are hard-headed assholes that tend to do what you want to do anyway. All rise for the beautiful Judgy Judee.
First case on the docket. Destination wedding woes.
Dear Judgy Judee, am I the a-hole for uninviting my best friend to my destination wedding? Okay, so I have been friends with Jess for over 12 years, and she initially seemed to be happy for me when my man proposed, but now I'm not sure if she really is. She hasn't directly done anything shady, but there are subtle things, like her not being available to help with any of the planning or giving very dry responses when I sent her wedding ideas from Pinterest. My other friends and my sister feel that Jess is jealous, and after this last thing that I'm about to tell you about, I fear they may be right. But maybe it's me that's being the a-hole. So, I was trying to figure out the best way and place to have my wedding, since the budget isn't exactly huge, and this is something that Jess knew about. After talking with my fiancé and going over all of our options, we decided that a destination wedding would be best, since our families have been taking an annual vacation together for the past 4 years. Note, Jess has attended the last 2 family vacations with us. Anyway, doing it this way, all of the people that are important to us would be able to attend our wedding without us having to spend so much money, and everyone would still be able to enjoy their annual vacation once the wedding was over, and we would stay a few days longer than everyone else to enjoy a honeymoon. It seemed like a win-win until Jess demanded that I change the location because it conflicted with the dates of her dream vacation plans. The issue that I have is that I have been planning my wedding for years and have already booked everything, which is all non-refundable, by the way, and just only recently found out about her trip. Plus, I have never known of her family doing an annual trip. She says that her cousin planned it and that it is a trip for her family and that she can't miss her own family trip to come on mine. So, I told her that I understand and that she was no longer invited to my wedding. Quiet as it's kept, Jess is big jealous. There is no other reasonable explanation for her all of a sudden being unavailable for anything involving your wedding. No, it's not her wedding and she isn't obligated to help with any of it. I still can't help but feel that as a friend, and someone that you call your best friend, she would want to be as helpful as possible. You didn't say whether or not Jess is married or in a happy relationship, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say that Little Miss Bitter is as single as a dollar bill. It seems like Jess is doing any and everything that she can to distance herself from what is supposed to be one of the happiest days of your life. To answer your question, no, you are not the a-hole. Jess is. And if I were you, I would be done with sis because she's throwing the biggest red flags.
Next case on the docket. Secret Santa.
Dear Judgy Judee, am I the a-hole for secretly donating a substantial sum of money to my brother's charity organization to help him save it from bankruptcy, even though he had explicitly refused my financial assistance multiple times? I know that it was a deceptive thing to do, but my intentions were pure. Jeff has put so much time and money into his business that I just didn't want to see him go under, and I felt that he was just being stubborn and too prideful to accept my help. When he first received the donation, he was happy and relieved, but once my sister let it slip that it was actually me that had given him the money, he became furious with me for intervening in his business affairs. While some family members are praising my actions for potentially saving his life's work, others agree with him that I was out of line. This is causing a major family rift with heated arguments and hurt feelings all around. Was I justified in helping, or am I the a-hole? It sounds like your heart was in the right place and that you may be an older sibling that thinks you know what's best for everyone. Whether Jeff was being stubborn or not, he made it clear that he didn't want you to give him money, which I find weird since he wasn't opposed to taking the donation. It seems like there might be a history between the two of you or that he just didn't want money from family. Either way, while I'd like to say no, you're not the asshole, you kind of are because you went against what he expressly stated and did it anyway. Maybe he felt that the donation came from someone that he wasn't related to, that believed in his business, and now he feels like a failure all over again. You know what they say about the road to hell, right? Side note, you can get in my business and send me some money. I'm just kidding. Kinda.
Next case on the docket. Daycare dilemma.
Dear Judgy Judee, am I the a-hole for declining to host my cousin's gender reveal party at my home, even though they've had multiple extravagant parties here before? Because I recently started an in-home daycare, and I'm concerned about the potential hazards and disruptions it could cause to the children under my care. And now my cousin is furious and claims I'm putting my business before family, creating a rift in our relationship, and our entire family is taking sides in this heated debate. With the limited information that I have, it's hard to determine if you or your cousin is the asshole in this situation. It is your home, and if you don't want to use it for the gender reveal, for whatever reason, that is your prerogative. But if you were really concerned about the disruption to the kids in your care, you could have offered to host the gender reveal on a weekend, when I'd guess you're not babysitting. If you're working 7 days a week, you might have another issue to address. At the end of the day, you're not obligated to do anything for your cousin, so no, you're not the asshole.
Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more Judgy Judee.
Next case on the docket. Spoiled sister.
Dear Judgy Judee, am I the a-hole for refusing to host my sister's extravagant gender reveal party at my home, even though she expects me to foot the bill for the entire event, and she's been ignoring my family's financial struggles, making me feel like the bad guy for prioritizing our financial stability over her extravagant plans, especially when I offered to help with a more modest celebration? In the past, I had been in a better position financially, but things have recently changed. But my family seems to think I am lying about my finances, and that I am just being selfish in refusing to help my sister. It sounds like you and maybe your family have spoiled your sister, and now she feels entitled to your money and your home. If she is having a baby and still expecting you to foot the bill for a gender reveal, which isn't even a necessary thing, she needs to get her priorities together and pay for what she wants. You're not the asshole, but it sounds like your family is otherwise full of them. Whether you have the money or not, how you choose to spend your money is your choice and your business. Audacity is a real disease these days.
Next case on the docket. My sister's keeper.
Dear Judgy Judee, am I the a-hole for wanting to charge my sister rent after she moved into my spare room to escape an abusive relationship, even though I initially offered her a place to stay for free? I know your initial thought is, yes, you're the a-hole, but let me tell you why I am thinking of charging her rent. She was in an abusive relationship, and it took years for us to get her to finally leave him for good. The whole family was happy that she was out of that situation, and we understood that after living with her ex for years, she was going to need help getting back on her feet. I was single with no kids and living alone at the time, so it only made sense that she stay here while getting back on her feet and eventually getting her own place. Well, she's been living with me for over a year now, and I feel like she's taking advantage of my generosity, neglecting her responsibilities, and not making an effort to rebuild her life, and I'm struggling to maintain our relationship amidst the financial strain and growing resentment from this situation. I feel like I have given her plenty of time to get herself together, and she's not even trying. I don't want her to think I don't care, but I'm tired. This could be a touchy topic because recovering from an abusive relationship is a process that isn't linear or the same for everyone. It may seem like she's not trying, but she could actually be in a state of depression, which doesn't always make the person dealing with it feel especially motivated. If she is working and hasn't been saving any money, you should be charging her for rent and bills. There are not many of us that can live somewhere completely free. Also, try to find out if there are underlying things that are causing her to feel like she can't or doesn't want to do anything to help around the house. Maybe have a self-care day together and see if you can get her to open up a bit and help her to find some motivation. If it becomes clear that she is just taking advantage of the situation, put her tail out. Tough love is still love.